Hi, my friends. Welcome to Sort of Brilliant, a show where the characters are made up and the sorting absolutely does matter. My name is Rachel.
And I'm her best friend and co-host, Lauren. Every other week, we're going to invade a fandom and determine whether your favorite character belongs in Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin.
We're the Harry Potter podcast that talks way more about any other franchise.
Here, we use the sorting structure from Harry Potter as a common language without supporting the author or her beliefs. As for the sorting itself, there's bound to be some arguments along the way.
But in the end, we're always right.
According to us.
According to us.
Happy birthday to us! Or anniversary?
Birthday.
I don't know. What do you want to call it? We are 50 episodes old. Is it
Ew.
an anniversary or a birthday? Ew, it's pretty old. Podcast episodes must be like
birthday.
dog years, right? Because it's only 2 years, technically.
I guess.
If we did this weekly, we'd be at 100 episodes by now.
Damn.
Yeah. But
Well,
we don't do this weekly. We
No,
have lives.
Stay tuned
So-
for the 100th,
We have lives in
what,
another 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know math.
We'll still be doing this.
All right.
By that time, we'll have finished Star Wars, probably.
We're gonna
sorted
do,
all the Star Wars.
I'm very
We are.
excited.
I'm
to get to that.
excited too. I was just thinking about how excited I am for the fucking Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
Rachel's gonna watch Once Upon a Time, and we're gonna sort Captain Hook.
He's got the curse of the eyeliner makes you sexy.
He does. Cause
I don't know why I'm saying that right now.
Unfortunately,
but-
Colin O'Donoghue is not that attractive and quite short, to be honest.
Don't
Don't get me wrong. He's an attractive man, but I just don't feel it. I just don't feel it.
My husband's like 5'7.5", so we love a short king.
Yeah, but you're pretty short.
I am 5'3", is what I put on my license. I don't know.
That's like
I really
the
am.
proportion of a 5'7" to a like 5'11" person. So
Wow.
Yeah.
You're right.
yeah.
I have like dated guys that were like 6'3", and it really hurts my neck, and I
it's too tall
don't
for
like
you.
it.
Stop.
It hurts.
Short people don't take the very tall people.
No, because like really,
Because I don't want to bend over to kiss. To be
Dude.
totally honest,
It's super annoying.
Yeah.
Date people like close to your height if you can.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're in a couple where
little
you're like
taller.
5 foot and they're 6'7" and you're in love, like I'm
if
happy
you're
for you.
Jensen Ackles tall, if you're Jensen Ackles,
Yeah.
period,
You know, they're not as tall as I felt they were. Neither Jensen
Really?
nor Misha Collins. No, Jared Padalecki's the only one that got me where I was like, damn. height.
Jared definitely gets you, but he's just outrageously tall.
And Jensen is
Misha-
so slim.
Yeah, he is.
Woo!
He's very trim. Jensen, I
slim
still
boy.
feel is a pretty good height. Misha, and this might just be how many times I've seen Misha, like I don't even register it anymore. I'm just
He's
like,
so
oh yes,
average
you're
height to
this
me.
height. Yes, but he's very beefy, which
Yeah.
is also unexpected. So
He's covered in that trench coat all the time. So
yeah,
like, you don't
strips
you don't
it off.
expect it.
The
Yeah.
layers. They have all got layers.
Take it off.
I already talked about Supernatural. Good for us.
Yeah, well, it's the 50th. The Supernatural is going to come up probably like proportionally. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it'll come up a few more times. So,
Oh yeah,
you know, a lot of you started
Yeah.
listening to us for that.
This,
so,
right. So Rachel promised something super awesome for this episode,
is.
and it's deeply planned. We put a lot of thought into it.
yeah.
Our gift to you for our 50th episode is that you get unfiltered Lauren and Rachel just shooting the shit
Yeah.
about not whatever we feel.
No,
like, this
we're
is
reminiscing about
This
the
is
good old
still the
days.
sorting podcast. So like that's what we're talking about. But if we go off on wild tangents, we're not curbing ourselves.
It's allowed.
This is for us, but mostly for you.
Yeah,
You-
but like our gift to
been
us. I
here.
mean, like our gift to ourselves.
us. It's an anniversary gift to us.
You guys have no idea
It's
how
a
much shit
listener
gets
gift
cut.
to you.
Like,
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
even fair. It's not even fair. Episodes should be 4 hours long. We got shit to say. So we
Most of
would
it's
love to like
inappropriate that gets cut.
whatever. It's all important.
It is.
And we'd like to like dive into our history of how we got here and the show, like our favorite episodes and favorite people.
For all 20 of you, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
And our favorite listeners, which is each and every one of you. You know, shout out. Hell yeah.
I know each of you by name, but I can't list it because it'd take too long.
For
You know,
real,
for
all 2,000 of you.
you know, this is Supernatural mention. When Kings of Con first became a thing, Rich and Rob put it on Patreon, not Patreon, Kickstarter. And so I bought the tier that they said that they would say everybody's name who bought into that tier in a song. So they did it, and I bought into that tier, and I put my full name. So I was like, they're going to butcher this. And they passed it back and forth. They did it alphabetically, but like Rob would do like several names, and then Rich would do several names. So Rich had my name. So I was waiting in the song because it was alphabetical. I was waiting for it to get to me, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see how he fucks it up completely. He did it perfectly.
Whoa.
He's the only person I've ever met who said my
Rob
last
Benedict,
name.
aka God?
No, it was Rich. Rich was the one who
Richard
had my name.
Spade, aka Gabriel.
Richard Spade, yeah. I was like, holy shit. And I never got to tell him that. He wouldn't remember it now. But I was like, I was so excited for my name to be butchered in a funny way. Because I was like, if he's going to say it wrong, he's going to say it wrong, like, funnily.
Yeah.
Gabriel.
Lauren's last name is really uncommon. It's Smith. So it's like really hard to pronounce.
The Ukrainian Smith. Anyway, but that's what I won't list through all our listeners because I don't want to butcher your name.
No, but I mean, if you like pay me $5, I'll spend a whole episode saying your name.
Yeah,
we don't have a Patreon.
That's I was gonna say a lot of podcasts have Patreon, which I'm jealous that they're so like Supernatural again. Mixtape podcast. No, like there are some Supernatural podcasts that are like popular within the Supernatural fandom, but then not super. Like I think Monster of the Week is the only one that like left fandom probably. But they have Patreons. Like we'd make like $5 a year, but we could have one.
Yeah, I'll pay it.
You'll pay the $5
a year.
That's the thing. We'd have to come out with extra content, right?
Yeah,
exclusive shit.
Like this episode. Like
you could hear us being inappropriate. We would cut all those bits and then just throw them on Patreon
when we blow up and we have a Patreon. Yeah. This is the kind of episode you'll get.
Oh yeah, and also like they do Discords, right? Like we'd have a Discord that you can only get on, with Patreon.
Enough dreaming about the future. Let's
this podcast is wildly successful because we've been putting a lot of energy and resources into it, obviously.
Yeah, mental. It's a lot of thinking.
The emotional toll of doing this with you.
It's a lot of thinking. I spend a lot of time on Canva trying to align things perfectly. Shit.
True. Rachel, I want you to finish your graphics. I'm so upset. Those were so pretty.
So I found a thread on Twitter that tells you about all the secrets of Canva. And I've been deep diving into it and learning more. So as to make that easier, because we have sorted a lot of fucking characters. It's you
have the templates. You just have to switch out the pictures and the writing, right?
Yes, but I have to like come up with a paragraph per character and really think about it and also make it funny and amusing.
Is the Canva thread helping with that?
Is the what?
Is the Canva thread helping with that?
No, but apparently I can make a website through Canva. To host them.
I knew that. I told you a million years ago that
I have no memory.
Set the branding colors so our colors are just there ready for you, and also you can post straight to Instagram and Twitter from Canva.
Let me explain. We're working on a couple of things, and I'm working on these like really cool Pokemon
lots of things going back to here.
Yeah, lots of work,
which we will release to the delight of like 3 people, but
exactly me and Lauren being 2 of them. But it's always been a passion project. Okay, it's always been that. I don't care if we wake up tomorrow and have 1 million followers. We are here because we love talking about this.
Oh God, yes, this podcast.
This is like. I've said it 1 million times.
And because we do it anyway. This is literally just the outlet to like say it all. Yeah. I do it anyway. And it's not. It's Rachel said that this was mental toll. It's not because I do it anyway. I would
say what's difficult for me is articulating myself in a logical way.
Okay, that's fair. In a way for other people to understand and not just incoherently screaming at me about Stranger Things.
Yeah. I would love to talk about Stranger Things. So let's do that. I'm so excited to talk about Stranger Things forever. That's coming next year. Don't worry, guys. And don't worry, I'm going to force it on her.
Oh, I'm going to watch it.
Do you want to?
I don't not want to.
Oh, that's promising. I love that, Lauren. Please, I want to rewatch it so bad, like right now. But I can't.
God.
I can't.
Rachel, we started Supernatural
a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago. More than a year ago. We started in July. Bad. Yeah, but we did that within like 5 months of the year ago.
So why are you hating on us? We're doing it. We're doing the damn thing.
So the past 7 months, we haven't done anything. I remember you leaving because we started when you visited in July, right? I remember sending you off to the bus and you going, wow, at this rate, we'll be done by Christmas.
I know, I wanted to be.
2 seasons. Well, you were here in those 2 days.
Unfortunately, at that time, I had started a new job with a horrible human being that took all of my mental energy.
I remember him.
Not to die immediately upon returning to my home. He was definitely, I think he was a Gryffindor. He was an angry. Is
that why you clashed?
Angry person, and it was just fire meets fire, and it was real bad. It was real bad. No, maybe he wasn't a Raven. You know what? I think he was a Hufflepuff.
Oh, that's definitely
because
why
he
you
wanted
clashed.
to be so badly embraced by the community of the place that I worked, and it was not happening, and he was lashing out constantly. And it was all work oriented, and when he would leave work, he would go to his other 2 jobs and complain about the other 2 jobs and like his roles.
Oh,
and
a
his
Hufflepuff wouldn't.
Oh shit, dude! He actually told me about roles in his community, like his like life community. So, yeah, that drove me fucking nuts. But
Rachel sorting a total stranger for you in real time.
I really am. But see, this is kind of the process, and it's real fun. Something that this podcast has given me personally that I really enjoy is my husband and I, like, when we meet people or people in our family or like even our daughter now, we look at it through a lens of sorting constantly in real life. It's
you
like
didn't do that before?
Not in a way that he understood since we put it on the podcast. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so nice.
So
that we did that for
he listened
George.
to it and learned, and then like he's guested, and like
oh my god,
he's typically really good at sorting. He usually gets it right. He really struggles with Hufflepuffs, but so do I. So we're real excited to be raising one. She's definitely a Hufflepuff. No shit, he's still rewatching
I can't
New
wait
Girl,
for the 7 years later when we look back on this to see if Mia is still.
She's gonna be.
Yeah.
She's gonna be. Yeah.
I remember saying that when she was like 3, when you were like, she's such a Slytherin, and I was like, I don't know.
There's an episode, Lauren, where I'm realizing it in real time.
Yes, I know you realize in real time. I remember
in
that.
real time. It's great. I gotta go back and find it. I'll tell you a story of how I know she's a Hufflepuff. Today, she cried uncontrollably in school to the point they had to send her to the principal's office to calm down because the timer ran out while she was filling out a weather sheet, like cloudy, sunny. Time ran out, and she was angry, crying that she didn't complete the task on time. And she was really upset, and nobody could calm her down because everyone's always like, honey, it's okay to lose. It's okay if you need more time for things. And she's like, I have to be the best at this. I care about it so much. And I'm like, George and I, for Ravenclaw Gryffindor parents, were like, it's not, you don't need to hold
serious.
this to this highest esteem, but you can't tell a child your feelings are invalid.
Yeah.
So
it's like take a chill pill.
She can't. She's the least chill child I've ever met. She's Jessica Day. She's absolutely Jessica Day, which is easy to relate to because Jessica's like a big kid, or like Schmidt describes her as an 8-year-old child's imaginary friend in a polka dot dress.
Yes, yeah.
So it's very her. But that is an example of like what Lauren and I do in real life. Like if she meets someone that she talks to me about, anyone new, like immediately we're like, what house do you think they're in? Like it doesn't stop.
Well, I mean, most of the time I like if I've met somebody before Rachel, I already know because I sort people immediately. Like that's how I was just thinking this. It's not very neurodivergent of me, but I immediately sort people in order to understand them and connect with them. Yeah. I don't know. But Rachel will go, is X a Ravenclaw? And I'm like, yeah. She's actually done that twice to me. She did it with Trisha, who was one of our guests. Rachel didn't know Trisha very well before she was on the podcast, but she was like, Trisha's a Ravenclaw, right? And I was like, yeah, she is. And she did it with our friend June too, when Rachel first met her in person.
Your other, I'll call her mutual friend now. I met her in Jersey. Yeah. Miracle.
Yeah.
Also did that with Miracle.
Yeah, but Miracle doesn't agree with what.
Also, Mel.
Oh yeah.
That's 4, baby. Yeah.
Miracle doesn't agree with where I've sorted her though. So.
I agree.
That's all that matters.
The vibes are immaculate. I feel them. I see them. Ravenclaw, baby. So this is what you can come to expect from us.
Mita too.
But Mita's a Gryffindor.
Well, yes, but I told you when we were all sitting in here and Mita was like, sort me. And I was like, Gryffindor. And everybody else, who else was in the room? 2 Hufflepuffs.
Anna was there too.
And Janine, right? So 2 Hufflepuffs and a Gryffindor were in the room.
Yeah.
And they were like, I think she's a And I was like, no, Mita's a Gryffindor. Like, this isn't even up for discussion.
I don't remember how it happens. But just, I meet you I need to talk to you for a little while. Or I need to observe you in the wild. Usually Twitter for us.
Yeah.
That's the wild for me.
Yeah.
I assess how you speak and how you react to things, like especially when you get passionate about things. And I'm like, haha, Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Like, I gotcha.
I have people, it's like my brand. It's our brand now. Like people sorted Jared Jensen and Misha incorrectly in a photo op, and I was sent that by 4 separate people over the course of like 3 hours. They're like, does this make you mad?
And we were with our friends Haley and Mita, and we had to take a selfie about it.
Yeah, we did.
Angry.
But, I have had people call me and go, can you sort me or can you sort this person? Janine, when she was with Anna at a con recently, it was in July. I don't remember what con it was.
Name dropping friends.
But I am.
What
hey,
up?
all our friends who haven't been on the podcast yet. But when she called me and she said, can you sort Anna? And I had literally just gotten to know Anna. So I took like a couple of minutes.
Wait, don't tell me.
Okay.
Hufflepuff?
No. You know which Anna I'm talking about?
No, I'm sorry. We know like 7.
Go
forth with your story.
Somebody.
Go forth.
You don't even know.
Oh, it's a different person.
Photographer Anna.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't talking about her. I'm so sorry.
No,
Hi,
I know
photographer
you're-
Anna.
Yeah. Are you talking about our listener, Anna?
No.
Oh. I don't know who you're talking about.
No.
I don't know any other Annas.
Okay, don't worry about it. Continue.
Yeah. But Anna's a Ravenclaw, and I said this over text, and then they called me demanding for me to explain why. And I had literally, I've known Anna, but I had just met her in person like a month prior. So I was like,
you Ravenclaws give off a glow.
yeah, you do. Beautiful people.
I really, our friend June, I describe as, what do I call her? Like a fairy, like a woodland fairy.
Yeah,
A Shakespearean fairy.
Yeah. Like
And
Midsummer's Night.
Our friend and listener Anna is a huge Gryffindor. I would never mistake her for a Hufflepuff.
I don't know who you're talking about that you think is a Hufflepuff.
Well, I'll tell you later. We know quite a few.
Oh, okay. I mean, we do, but I don't know one that you think is named Anna.
All right, that I think is named right. Like, I couldn't possibly get that right. I probably do have the person's name wrong. Well, honestly, there's a lot of people on Twitter. There's a lot of mutual friends, and Lauren and I have had a lot of friends come and go. You know,
Getting into
keeping it real for a second, Witcha.
She's like, time to get serious.
Time to get real serious with y'all. But not really. I mean, that's life. Like, people come and go. I don't give a shit. But even with that in the past to now, we just immediately look at people through that lens. I don't know if that's wrong to do. I don't think so. It's a frame for understanding a person.
Also, again, to reiterate, we don't tell people what they are unless they ask.
Yeah.
And if they're like, I don't feel that way, we're like, okay. Except with Hannah,
it could be annoying.
who I bullied until she realized that she wasn't a Slytherin.
Oh, Hannah. Welcome.
That's the top tier. When we're super close, you get bullied until you realize you're the
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else in my real I come from an entire family of Gryffindors. There's no.
I love how this whole show is based on the premise that we don't sort real people. That's all we're talking about.
Listen, because this is the Keep It Real with You episode.
It's true.
It took some bullying from Lauren for me to accept my family. It was a bunch of Gryffindors. Except my little brother, who is a Slytherin through and through. But it is also a way for me to understand them. And when we get into territory that I don't, when I get into territory that I don't like, it's usually when I'm sorting kids, and I'm like, fuck, you can't do that, Rachel. You just can't look at the child. They got to be 12, 11. You can't. But sometimes it's hard. My daughter has little friends, and I'm like, oh, that one's gonna be a little Ravenclaw. I can feel it. Don't do that. It's like sorting puppies. You can't do it. But it is that strong within me that I see everyone through it now. I look at coworkers, people in stores and shit that I talk to randomly. Had a huge Gryffindor moment that I would like to tell you about. I go to an Italian grocery store. It's called Uncle Giuseppe's, and it's the best. And the other day they had this old Italian guy live singing with a microphone in the bread section where I go and get my artisanal breads. And he was singing That's Amore. You know,
Yeah.
You know That's Amore?
Yes.
Okay.
When the moon hits your eye.
did all of the little old ladies in the tomato section
Were they singing?
Where I was. And I started singing it really loud, and they all started singing it with me. And George was like, what the fuck is happening? And
You're
were
in a
all
fucking musical? You're the main character?
It was wonderful. I was high-fiving these old women, just like with their hair pinned up in rollers. Some of them, it was a beautiful moment in my life. And my very Ravenclaw husband was just observing and clocking it, like, what? This can't be real life. And I'm like, this is real life, bitch. Sing it louder. When the moon hits your eye, you know.
Is George gonna play the Disney Stardew Valley game?
I don't think so. I mean,
No?
maybe.
I just wanted to know if that was gonna be another beef.
What she's referencing is when George went to her for help with a friend situation that he had. That
Rachel did not give him the answer that he wanted.
Gryffindor advice didn't help him. He didn't like that.
Didn't satisfy him. No.
Also, somewhat relevant, through George's rewatch of New Girl, I've come to the conclusion, and I'm just going to talk about Reagan for a minute because we didn't. I've come to the conclusion that Reagan and Nick is if like Lauren and I dated.
Thank you. You sorted her correctly.
Yeah, no, that's literally if Lauren and I got into a romantic relationship. I'm watching her and I'm like, big Lauren energy. Whoa. And because George is like, who does this remind me of? Oh. So
did he really?
Yeah. And I told him, I was like, this is like if me and her dated. He's like, yeah. Yeah, it
so it
very
work.
much is. So that would end in flames.
It could work if we worked at it. Like they were doing fine
We'd
until
have
they
to
decided
work
not
hard
to. Yeah. They
at
gave up a
certain
little
points.
though. They both were like, I'm not into it.
I mean, after a while, like, she's flighty, and I mean, not really flighty. She has to travel for work.
Yeah,
but like,
she doesn't like sitting in one place. She's like, I got places to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very needy.
Yes.
You know, which also same. But it was funny watching it because I was just like, oh man, if we dated, holy shit. That's crazy seeing that dynamic play out.
Watch season 6 of New Girl
if you want to see me and Lauren together as a couple. But look, that's what the friendship
Get ready for
works
that
great.
sub-pod fanfic.
Yeah, right. The friendship works great. We would not be here this long if it didn't. Because I would have fucking bailed and left you on a train somewhere.
Oh, thanks. Rachel and I have been friends for 8 years.
Yeah, I can't believe
almost
that sometimes.
9. I can't either.
It feels like less and more. You know what I mean?
You're correct. It feels like way less. Like it doesn't feel physically
Not
that
8
long.
years.
But then when I'm like, I was a sophomore in college when I met you, I'm like, that was a million years ago.
I know. I think I was
Yeah.
23, turning 24.
Uh-huh.
I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
That's
And
scary.
Jensen Ackles said something stupid in Rome.
Yeah. When in Rome, infuriate to.
I should thank him for
Slytherin
that one
Gryffindor.
day. Hey, you remember when you?
No, don't. Don't do that. No.
It's gonna be like I have no idea what you're fucking talking about.
Remember the time that you said Destiel wasn't real? Well, you pissed
No,
us
that
off
wasn't
real bad.
that time. I didn't care when he said that. That was in
I
Jacksonville.
know, but you know what he was alluding to? He was angry. He was being an
2017.
angry little beautiful man.
He was like, actually, I liked not having scenes with Misha in season 9.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, And then Misha came out and was like, that's not what he told me. And then
Time
he went
to fake
backstage and
make
yelled
out.
at him.
That was wonderful. Yeah, and like the advice I give to all of you who are looking to seek real friendships, literally, you have to approach people like you're in kindergarten. You got to go up to people and be like, "You want to be my friend? Do you want to be my friend?" And it works. Like every single time it works.
Rachel was like, here's my Facebook. Please don't murder me. And then by the end of the night, she was like, here's my phone number. Really don't murder me.
And my family history and my health history and my job history and like everything about me. Yeah, I saw a tweet recently that was like, "Oh, I love when people trauma dump on me. Like, I want to hear all your little things." And I was like,
Give me the
"Thank
drama."
God people feel that way because that is what I'm going to do to you when I meet you." It's great. So bringing it back around to the show. We have done a lot of episodes about a lot of characters, but the fun part, one of the funnest parts of it, has been doing it with people that we love. So
Yes. And you know what? We've still only had one Slytherin guest. I'm pretty sure. It's
Wow.
only been Isis.
No. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. How are y'all a minority here?
I don't know.
You're everywhere.
I'm upset about it. I know.
You're literally fucking everywhere. You're an infestation. I mean, all the time.
to be fair, most of our friends are like Gryffindor. We have a lot of Ravenclaw friends. I think
we do. You're right. We do.
I think we've had more Ravenclaws on the show than we have had Gryffindors.
Yeah. Well, our first ever guest on the show was Hannah.
Of course it was Hannah.
And that was wonderful. And Hannah has been so fucking ridiculously accommodating and helpful and kind and such an obviously integral part of the show. So
it wouldn't go out without her.
It would never happen without Hannah. So it's like that. I felt like was a really
when
great...
Hannah quits on us expected indefinite hiatus while I learn how to edit.
Yeah, we're gonna. It's over. I'm not learning how to do that shit. But we are extremely grateful to Hannah for this and her friendship and her insights. Like, it was super fun talking to her about superheroes. You know, like that's sort of Hannah's realm.
Yeah, and Star Wars.
Yeah, and then eventually we circled back around to Star Wars with her, and that was super fucking fun. I really like hearing
people. What was her birthday episode this year?
Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, that's right. So she's done Marvel and Star Wars. Okay.
Yes. So
it's her brand.
Let me tell you, they're good episodes.
Yeah.
All three of those are very good episodes.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to them. So you can hear another Gryffindor who, I mean, like Hannah and I have things in common for sure. But she's like more healed and healthier than me.
Yeah. It's more towards the middle of the scale.
Yeah.
These scales we've never explained to y'all, but we reference them.
Yeah. She works really hard on herself in a way that I never will. And it shows. So she at times comes off like a much more logical like Gryffindor, and maybe you won't know it at first that she's a Gryffindor. She didn't know at first she was a Gryffindor, but if you know her, you know.
She thought she was more damaged.
Thought she was what?
Yes, I don't know. Slytherin's more damaged than a healed Gryffindor, like a healed Slytherin.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's an interesting question.
It is.
Who's worse?
I was just gonna say I probably shouldn't, because you know that one philosophy that has like burned Hufflepuff, which is really close to Slytherin or whatever, that I don't really subscribe to, but like they're similar, but you're Hufflepuff.
Right.
You know, but never mind. I wouldn't say that a healed Gryffindor is better than a Slytherin on their best day. Like they're just best in different ways.
Yeah. My question is who's worse, but all right, if you want to spin it positively, fine.
They're worse in different ways too.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. But I really like, one of my favorite things is having friends on here that get to talk about what they really love talking about.
Yes,
and
especially when I don't
discuss Iron Man and Tony Stark, you know, and Steve Rogers.
I was gonna say like Isis or Haley and Illy.
Yeah,
they've all been on shit sorting episodes, which we haven't done in a while. We've actually been putting in the work of watching shows, believe it or not.
I know.
But I know, right? But they've all been on shit sorting episodes, and it's really fun to see their passion on this thing that we don't know a single thing about. It's especially fun for Haley to be an expert at these shows and then to convince her that she's incorrect
about the sorting.
And her sorting after watching 2 episodes.
Haley is so fucking funny. I like when you hear her talk about the shows, it's like full on expert mode. Okay, like she's a student of her shows. Yeah. And then she gets on here and she's like, "Well, I just don't know, guys. All right, I don't know." Full like my daughter level scale of like, I don't know, because they're in the same house.
They are.
They really are.
Hufflepuffs.
Yep. It is fun to watch that because like. Remember when Meg?
I don't know. I love it because she's so mad about it, but she is like, you're right. Like Gryffindors will dig their heels in. They get mad about it, and they're also like, cut off my nose to spite my face. I'm going to say you're wrong, even though I know that I am wrong. And Slytherins can get like that too. Or Slytherins will never say out loud, you're right. They'll just like switch topics and then just like never say the wrong thing again. Yeah. So you'll never get the satisfaction of being like, let's say I'm right. Hufflepuffs are like, you're right, in the angriest tone of voice ever. Yeah. Like, I'm so mad about it.
I can't lie to save my life.
I know. I can't tell you what Ravenclaws do in that situation because it's different every time. Depends on their observation.
We've had
four Ravenclaws.
Yeah.
Illy, Trisha, Carla and
George.
George. Yeah. No, never mind. I have seen Illy. Never mind. I know what Ravenclaws do because Carla's done it too. They're like, interesting. And then they're like, but what of this devil's advocate?
We also had Delia.
Yes. Yeah.
Another Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of Ravenclaws.
I told you
here.
we've had more Ravenclaws than Gryffindors.
Good Lord.
Yeah. We've had, I think, mostly Ravenclaws, then Hufflepuffs, then Gryffindors, and then Slytherin.
Wow.
Isis representing, holding up the fort. We need to have her back on. She wants to do that one show. Untamed?
That one show.
Is that what it's called?
I've never heard of that.
The Chinese show.
Well, we'll do it.
We will. I told her we would.
Whenever she wants. And I mean, let that be like an open casting call to all of you out there who are listening.
No,
like,
for real. If
you
people,
wanna be on-
I just went to Trisha and was like, Trisha, we want you back on the show. What do you want to do? And she named some that we'd already sorted, which was sad. But then she was like, have you done Heartstopper yet? And I was like, you will be on the Heartstopper episode.
That's
because
great.
they have 2 more seasons coming out already.
Oh,
so.
yay.
Yeah.
Good. I'd love to do that with Trisha. Ravenclaws are always a delight. I fucking love talking to them on here. Especially like we're on Zoom so I can see their beautiful faces and the thinking. So like me and Lauren will be going at it. And they'll like Illy did this. George does this. Carla sometimes like they'll just watch and observe and go, well, that's an interesting, I want to hear more about that before I make my decision.
Yep.
And it's so interesting to watch. Like sometimes Carla gets pissed off and passionate. So like she stops becoming an observer and becomes a participant. But that might be like a level of comfortability.
I was gonna say,
as well.
I don't know how invested Carla is.
No,
like
not invested at all.
Yeah, I know.
But if we like cross her on a point, it comes across that we've crossed her, but in a very like this kind of way, like a very calm kind of way. Like, actually, I disagree with you, and I will continue to talk over you at the same volume, because you are wrong, and you should know that you're wrong. And that was my Carla impression. And I hope it was good.
It was great. It was great. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
And this is my Meg impression. You're fucking wrong. I don't even care about it. Whatever. I love Carla. Was that a good Meg?
That was a very good Meg. I think she thought she was a Hufflepuff at one point.
She
did. Yeah. Because she likes to bring it up to try to get me mad. I don't care,
We will
Meg.
heal the world with our true opinions about your Hogwarts house. My favorite thing is telling people that we have a podcast and prefacing with, it's the cringiest shit you'll ever hear. We sort people into Hogwarts houses.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you know what? I fucking love it. I love being cringy. I fucking love it.
Totally unconnected, too, to the whole world's bullshit. I have taken this corner. I continue to say, I've taken this extremely small corner, and it's just ours now. I don't even connect it to the rest of the wider Harry Potter fandom world lore.
I mean, I do and I don't. Like, we diverge there because I do still connect it back to the source text sometimes. Just because I'm like a lover of it forever. Like the person who wrote it can go fucking choke on a dick. But I love the story. I just, unfortunately, all the sorting in that is correct accidentally. I don't think that, she.
No, I'll use it as examples, but I see us as a completely separate thing.
No, I mean, you'd have to be to get to where we are at this point. We've extrapolated so much on the original, like where the general idea came from, and we've like observed people and analyzed them and figured it out and taken it and made it our own. But sometimes I think back and I like when people really stupidly sort Gryffindors and they're like, well, they're all brave and courageous. I gotta hit him with the Peter Pettigrew. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because people who sort incorrectly usually are still so tied to the Harry Potter universe that they're looking specifically at those characters only.
No, that's what I meant. Like you can use it as examples. Like that's and like we haven't moved away from using the wording, obviously, because it's like part of the English language now. Like people know what it means when we say you're a Ravenclaw.
Let's rename them Snuggledorf House. Snuggledorf House.
Hiss.
That's
Puff,
Hufflepuffs.
puff. Roar, roar.
Roar, roar house.
Badger, badger.
God, Winston actually put a badger in.
Yes, I know he did.
And Jess's school mascot is a badger.
I know he did.
Just dressed up as a giant fucking badger.
For chronological comparison was New Girl, which is why Rachel keeps talking about it.
I can't stop. My husband's still watching. I can't stop. I won't. I can't. And then I immediately like forgot everything I saw, and now I'm watching it again with him, and I'm like, this is a great show. It's so fucking good. Yeah, it's a fun little like exercise that we do in understanding people. And so when we have our friends on, it's really, really fun because it's like, I don't want to say you're wrong, guys. I don't want to say you get things wrong, but it's funny watching you circle a point and then landing like, so they're a Hufflepuff, and it's like, no, you just described a Ravenclaw. And then they get all pissed at us, and it's real funny. I love when people get all angry.
You say that, but then when there's like what you think is an actual fight, you get scared.
Okay. I wouldn't say that I get scared of it. I would say it makes me uncomfortable because I think about the lifelong lasting implications of it, and like I'd rather not deal with that.
She comes to me after an episode and she's like,
anxiety.
you and so-and-so were like seriously mad and yelling at each other. And I'm really worried. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We weren't mad at each other.
If a bitch came at me like the way you come at people sometimes, I would not.
Oh, we weren't mad at each other. It was fine.
Okay.
We're all friends.
Okay.
They're coming at me the same way. It's called equality.
Listen, I don't know what to tell you. I don't like if someone makes me mad, like Lauren has said this on the show before, like she can see my face that I'm about to like really like if I'm actually really pissed off or if I'm just joshing you. So if you really piss me off, like I'll have it out with you, no problem. But if I think there's going to be serious implications that hurt down the line more than they help, that's when my hands and my feet start getting sweaty and I get my anxiety ticks going. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of like, I don't even know how to circle it back into being a Gryffindor. I think it's childhood trauma. Well, yeah, you could circle that back into Gryffindor. I just don't want to see.
They're the only ones who have ever experienced childhood trauma.
That's right. This is my personality for life.
Why they get to be the main characters.
I sang in a tomato aisle with a bunch of Italian women. It could have been on TV. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want friendships to end, okay? I don't like it. Over silly things like Hogwarts.
Well, that's how I know it's not going to end, because it's something silly.
I've ended friendships over less.
Okay, well, that's you.
But that's the problem, Lauren, is I'm seeing it through Rachel vision. Like WandaVision, but my show would be way more fucked up. It would be really weird. Wait till you hear about the dream I had the other day. So no, I'm not going to tell you about that, actually. It's really weird.
What?
Mercury retrograde. I told you about this dream where I made out with that one person. Oh,
yes,
and they were
did.
cheating on that person. Then that person cheated on them with someone else. And then I cheated on that person that I cheated with their person.
Yeah.
Wild shit. I'm trying to manifest Eddie Munson into my dreams and into my like life. The TikTok kids say it can be done. I'm trying to trust them.
I don't know about
It's not
that.
working.
Yeah.
I'm really sad about it. Sort Stranger Things with me right now. I want to talk about it. And you know what hurts the most about that? We can't even sort Eddie in the first Stranger Things episode.
No.
Ugh.
Don't know if we can even sort him in the second. Isn't
Yeah,
he
we
in
can.
like 15 minutes of a show?
Nope.
Of
we can.
6-season show?
4.
Oh, it'll be 5, right?
I don't know, but we will be sorting Eddie Munson.
What do you mean you don't know? There's one more season coming out and then it's over. Okay.
Yeah.
So 5.
Whatever.
What are you
We're sorting him. I don't care about anything else you have to say. Just that we're going to do it.
I didn't say we weren't sorting him. I said I don't even know if we can sort him in the second one.
See, this is the type of shit that gets cut.
There's like
and it's not going to get cut this time.
There's like 6 children that are in like hundreds of more minutes of that show than him.
Yeah. but you divide it up because there's the like children crew and then there's like the older teenager into their 20s crew. And the second episode will be that, I think. We'll see. I've already sorted all of them and I'm deeply attached to my sortings. So it's one of those episodes that could go really well or really wrong.
All of the character personality tests say I'm like the redheaded chick, so
I can see you handling things the way she handles them for sure. The total opposite of how I would. Spoilers. I don't know. We'll get to it.
What does that spoil? People would have to know how you would handle things.
Not well. Not well, bitch. I'm so glad Hannah's not going to cut any of this, and you just get to hear like
this
unfiltered
is unfiltered.
rambling.
Yeah.
Ah, I love it. Let's talk more
Happy
about people we love. So we talked about Hannah. We praised Hannah. I mean, honestly, I think we've touched on everybody. But like enormous shout out to Trisha for coming on the show and taking a chance on it, because I like imagine getting approached for that. Like your friends are just like, so we do this podcast thing, and one half of it you don't even fucking know.
Before.
One half of the podcast you don't even fucking know. Like she didn't even know me.
She knew of you.
Oh, because I'm infamous.
No, because I won't stop talking to you. Like you're all over my timeline.
Yeah, really. With our matching fucking icons.
They just see me yelling, and they go to click on the tweet, and then they see you yelling back.
Yeah. But like that takes balls to come on here and like talk about, especially because we were talking about Friends, which is very important to Trisha and me, and to like really discuss it at length that way. And she came on for 2 episodes. It was back to back. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, you too.
Always a treat talking to a Ravenclaw.
Friends February.
Huh?
Friends February. That's what it was.
Oh,
yeah.
That was the best month. Ooh, I've seen some people talk about Friends in a bad way, and I'm not happy about it.
The best month. You know what they had here? They had the Friends experience. Did you see that?
No, but I live in the Friends experience. I live in New York, so if I want to go, I'll just go.
They had the whole, like, all of the sets. So you could go be on the sets.
They've done it here, too. They've done it here.
They have the Office experience up now.
Be honest with you. I don't like going to those types of things. I don't like seeing them. It makes me uncomfortable. Really? They remove, you see the fourth wall. When
I thought you were coming here in the summer, I almost bought tickets. I was like, I'll bring Rachel for her birthday.
I would have loved it anyway. Like, you got it for me. I would have went and had a great time. But like should I put it on my list? Like, it makes me deeply uncomfortable. You know when shows do
things only go on your list when you're like pissed at them for no reason.
I'm not passionate about it.
Well, no, but also like you have a reason.
Yeah.
Like, Pilgrim buckles, there's no fucking, you're just like.
There is a reason. there absolutely is a fucking reason. They're hideous.
Not a logical one.
No,
like, but why do you hate them for that? Just ignore them.
Okay, Lauren, I can defend every choice on my list. And you want me to defend the list, by the way, is the list of things I hate.
You called them a choice.
What?
You called them a choice is what really highlights the fact that they actually don't mean anything.
When I was a child, my grandfather fell asleep with me on his lap, and the leprechaun was on TV, and he fell asleep and left me there with that buckled-headed, footed fucking freak. And it has seeped into my psyche for the rest of my life.
How many times you fucking talked about the leprechaun on this podcast? Like, you have to tell people about this trauma.
You guys gotta know. He's a serious villain. Because people don't take it seriously.
Because leprechauns aren't scary.
No, he is. Oh my God. I'm in the basement and it's dark. I don't fucking... Change the subject. I'm dead ass. Change the subject.
It's gonna come out of your laundry room.
I'll fucking... You know what? He won't. Because I have 2 shoes on, and the thing that stops the leprechaun, you have to throw shoes at him because he has to stop and shine them. And that's how you fucking stop him. Or spill salt.
No, you just gonna go get a shaker of salt. That's what Dean Winchester did.
Exactly. Get that little motherfucker. He's
listening to you. He can hear you.
I'm so scared. Stop! It's a dark room next to him.
She's like, I love October. I love spooky season.
Nah, him and the nun, like, I can't do. I can't. I have to stop looking left.
What's Mia's going to be for Halloween?
She wants to be a fairy.
A fairy? She was just a mermaid.
Yeah, well, she's going through all the stereotypical child things. And next,
do you want to be Tinkerbell or a fairy?
Nah, she's never seen Peter Pan.
She definitely played with my Tinkerbell here.
She's not blonde, though.
No, you should put her hair in a bun.
She always has her hair in a bun. Like, she could look like Tinkerbell easily. Maybe I'll just put the Tinkerbell outfit on her and tell her it's a fairy.
It is a fairy.
Then I gotta make sure it's Peter Pan.
Yes.
Well, they are remaking it. I'm really excited about the live action.
Yeah, they are.
One.
They're doing Peter and Wendy.
I'm very excited about that. It looks very cute. Not excited about The Little Mermaid. It has nothing to do with the casting. It's just that I fucking hate that.
I was gonna say
I hate that story.
I was gonna say it's not my favorite Disney movie either, but it looks good.
No, what I'll say is,
and the music's fucking incredible.
It's well casted and well sung from what I've heard so far, which is great. I have no interest in her story. I don't like Ariel. And I'm going to have to go because my daughter loves Ariel. I'm going to have to take her to the theater to see it. I'm not happy about it.
I bet you'll like it. Or you'll at least like be fine watching it.
Like, honestly, I just think Disney's really been fucking with me with the live action remakes. And I keep getting excited for them. I keep getting excited for them. And they keep failing miserably at the things that I care about. I care about.
Mine.
Like, come on with the Aladdin shit. Come on. You know flavor on Jafar.
Like it was. We talked about this. I was gonna say I like wasn't horrified by it. Like I was like, fine, I'll watch it again.
It was dull.
But it wasn't. Yeah, it was. And I love Aladdin. And actually, I know people's problem with The Lion King too is that they made them look like real animals and there was no emotion on their faces or whatever. I thought everybody was cast beautifully. I thought all of the. Yeah.
But again, it didn't feel necessary.
Like, no, The Lion King felt the least necessary to have to be live action. Like you know, like there's no people in
this it. This is the thing is that they're nailing certain parts of it. Like certain casting is so fucking phenomenal. Like it's fantastic. Like I loved their Jasmine.
That's the thing that I know they're gonna fuck up for me is because the casting is literally all I care about for Hercules. Like the Hercules movie could be a piece of shit, but if the casting was immaculate, I would not care.
Yeah, but I don't trust them with it.
I don't either. It's so easy. It's so easy. The thing every single person on the internet says is right. Like that's
I'm really like upset about what they did to Maleficent and Aurora. Like really upset about it. They're not the correct character. It's not a correct adaptation. And Angelina Jolie has been my favorite actress my entire life.
Right? Like that was meant to be from the villain's point of view.
But that's
it wasn't
not what
necessarily like a live action.
Not what I want.
Sleeping Beauty.
Not what I want.
So okay, so tell them to make a live action Sleeping Beauty.
Well, they're not going to now because they already have a live action Aurora and a live. Oh, the Snow White looks good too. Like it sounds like it's going to be good. The girl they cast as her.
Yes,
I like what I'm seeing.
She's Latina, isn't she?
Huh?
She's Latina, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no you cast whoever the fuck you want.
No. I'm saying that's awesome. I thought she looks like Snow White.
It's so fun to me. Like when I like it. I like when you change shit up and give people opportunities. Like that's awesome. But like I don't like Ariel as a person fish.
As a fish person.
I didn't like her.
You know what? The second they didn't cast Harry Styles as Prince Eric, I won. So I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know about Melissa McCarthy as Ursula.
Oh, I do. I think I can see
don't know.
You know, it should have been a drag queen, but I can still see it. Yeah, Ursula's based on a drag queen, but
Ursula's the best part of the movie. So
I can't believe I have to go see Kill Your. Like I was going to anyway because Chris Pine and Florence Pugh are in it, and they're two of my favorite.
Oh, don't worry, darling.
Yeah, but
I want to see it too.
I know. I'm gonna have to go see it and listen to Harry.
Let me tell you something.
And not American accent.
There was another clip of him going around that people were mocking and making fun of. I thought he was fine.
Did he sound American?
The first one was horrible. No, he's British in the movie, Lauren. He's British in the movie.
What the fuck was he doing? What was he doing?
He's just being
He's British. What was he doing?
We'll sort that movie just for the shits and gigs.
Just for shits and gigs.
Just for shits and gigs. My God.
Did Harry spit on Chris? Yes.
In my narrative, he did on purpose.
And that's why the queen died. Next question.
That's why. She died not knowing if he did it.
It's the shame that he brought on England for spitting on Chris Pine.
Did you see what he said at his concert after that?
Yes. Which to me just, he
solidified it.
So, yeah.
Dug the knife in deeper.
Chris Pine has said nothing. He had his people say something. So
he is too busy. He fucking was hallucinating at the press conference and he never came back. We're never getting him back after all that.
He just wants to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, man. Year. Yes.
That claiming it for my birthday.
Who is that going to be? The Queen, Mia, and Chris?
Yeah.
Nicholas?
Maybe we throw in Lily.
Yeah. She's I saw a tweet going around recently. She's the worst friend ever in fiction. She's better in the second one because you don't really give her an opportunity to do anything. But she's a bad friend.
In the first movie, look, I chalk it up their kids.
Yeah. And she's jealous. She's obviously jealous. Like she doesn't hide it at all, which I guess you can respect, right? Like,
Yeah, I can. I really wanted a friend like Lily growing up. Like I really I wanted to be Mia and I wanted to have a best friend like Lily. So, I can't hate
You did have a friend like Lily, didn't you?
Not as mean to me.
She wasn't that mean to you? You still broke up with her.
Who?
Who was going to be one of your bridesmaids. She was your best friend when I met you.
That was never my best friend.
She was your best New York friend. Not.
She was like a college friend for 2 years. No, she wasn't super.
I heard about her all the time. She's always over here
every day. She was in all my classes and clubs. Yeah. No, she wasn't that mean though. Not the same house as Lily at all. I've already sorted Lily in my head. See, this is how it goes. This is how it goes, guys. But yeah, I've shit. I don't even know how I got from friends, like real life friendships, to this. I don't know how we got.
I don't know. Why did we start talking about the live actions?
Because of I don't know.
Somebody tell us how we got there.
Rewind.
Play back the tape. We said we would sort a Disney movie a million years ago, and we still haven't done one.
Because good shit keeps coming out, man.
That's true.
More important, high priority shit keeps coming out. Is there?
That's true.
We could do Disney December, but then you know what? We can't do a Christmas movie then. That's sad.
Which is not good. There's nothing coming out in December.
Oh, there will.
But there's no Christmas movies coming out.
There will be.
What the fuck?
You haven't heard about it yet. It'll come.
You think?
I know.
We have to message Erin.
We do.
Hey, Erin, shout out.
Another phenomenal person we've had.
Well, she hasn't been on our show yet. Yeah.
But a phenomenal person we've interacted with nonetheless.
Yeah.
But
are you doing her trivia thing? Did you sign up for that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
She's calling for people to do the Halloween trivia. I know you did that last year.
Cool. I'm gonna go find out. Yeah, so she hasn't been on, but she will be, and that will be awesome. But we've had Megan Carla on multiple times. We've had Haley on multiple times. And Illy.
Yeah, Illy's been on twice. We did 911 and 911 Lone Star.
We did 2 911 episodes.
Oh, shit. We're sorting Big Sky sometime next year because I'm going to make Rachel, you will like it. You will like it. I promise. And we have we've signed a blood pact to sort Jensen Ackles in every single character.
Yeah, you're going to have to. We're going to have to. But the people that we've had on repeat, like it's so funny. It is not a Slytherin amongst them. Not a Slytherin amongst them.
Just Isis.
No, I'm talking about Megan, Carla, and Illy and Haley.
Yes.
Not a Slytherin amongst them.
2 extremely different duos.
Yes, but repeat duos that we've had on multiple times, which was my
original
point I was talking about.
Ravenclaw.
Yeah, which is
Haley
really
keeps
fun.
getting mad every time Rachel's like, I want to talk to a Hufflepuff Ravenclaw couple. And Haley's like, you have. And Rachel's like, no. I want another
because
one.
I have talked to you.
And I want a romantic one. I want a specific one.
One day I'll say who. One day, and I should say
really
it on
think
this
nobody
episode.
Knows?
Because
no,
this episode's
if people
not
have been listening and following the thread of our trajectory of our story, they fucking know who we're
Lauren,
talking
give
about.
me permission.
No.
Lauren, give me permission.
No, we're not
Let
that
me say
unfiltered. No, because you know what? It'll be the only one that the one who somewhat pays attention listens to. And
If you guess it, I'll tell you.
Okay.
We're talking about a very specific Hufflepuff
It doesn't
Ravenclaw
count
duo.
if Haley, for example, guesses it.
Right, because we've talked about it with you.
Or Meg.
It's super secret. Yeah. Anyways, I've really enjoyed having them on multiple times, both duos. I love when they come as duos. Like that is super fucking fun. Because like Meg and Carla have their own shtick.
Yeah.
And then we're
going to be on Meg and Carla's show.
Yeah. And then Illy and Haley have
That's
theirs
coming
too.
up.
Yeah, I know.
Promo for that. We're going to be on
in my calendar.
Yeah, you have to at least watch Northanger Abbey because you don't know who Mr. Tilney is.
What's Northanger Abbey?
It's another one of her. It's not a 6-part series. It's a movie. It's a 2-hour movie.
Not
a 6-part series. Yep.
Not a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
If Jensen were to play anybody in the Austen world, I think it would be Mr. Tilney. So if that tells you anything.
Hot.
Yes.
Northanger Abbey. Okay. Well, I'll let you know.
I'll watch it.
How I feel.
Gotta watch it before September 30th.
Yes. Okay. Well.
Anyway.
Enough of that. Talking about our schedules. We were talking about people.
Live planning. Oh, we're still talking about people.
Yeah. I want to give everybody a shout out. Make everybody feel special.
We have. I swear that we must be missing somebody.
More.
There must be somebody else that's been on. I feel like there were so many more people. We haven't had a guest in a while.
I know, it's weird. We could shout out George, although I talk about
Marty.
him on every episode.
Marty was on the Doctor Who episode.
Was another Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun having him back on. That was really fun.
I want Marty back. I don't know what show he'd want to do.
I don't know. I bet something nerdy.
Yeah, something like Babylon 5 or...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know that Marty's ever seen Babylon 5. That's
the only person that like consistently asks me to be on the show is George. He's like, "Can I do that one with you? Can I come on for that one?" Like,
because he knows what's coming.
Huh?
Yeah, but then he didn't hop on the Doctor Who one we just did.
No, I needed him to be a parent. So, oh man, guys, big news. This is being recorded in pre My Chemical Romance time. Pre Rachel seeing My Chemical Romance live because I'm going tomorrow night.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Next episode, I'll be sure to open up with telling you how I've changed as a person, physically, mentally, psychically, emotionally, because I will change. I will change. So, I just wanted to document that. This is what I sound like before the event. BG, before Gerard. I'll let you know.
But if he's wearing a bad outfit and the set list is not a song
what I've learned is that he can't wear a bad outfit. That's what I've learned. And there will be things on the set list I love no matter what, you know? Also, here's the cool thing. The show I got tickets for tomorrow is a big deal, as is the one tonight, because it's 2 nights in their hometown, which is like a huge deal to them.
Ooh.
So I'm like very prepared for this to be good. Also, Lauren.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you need to watch Game of Thrones before watching the House of the Dragon?
No.
Sweet. Let's sort House of the Dragon next year.
Okay. I just watched somebody playing do you know what a Telltale game is?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Game of Thrones Telltale, and I just watched the entire playthrough of that, so I feel like I've adjacently watched Game of Thrones at least up to season 3.
Those are the only good seasons.
And I saw I saw up to episode 7 of season 1, and I saw those 2 episodes when I was staying with you of the last season.
I'm gonna be fucking
and
real
I know
with you.
that Jon Snow and Daenerys should have fucked and should have been on the Iron Throne together, and I know they fucked that up. So
they did fuck, but they
should have continued to fuck and enjoy each other's company and not kill each other. So
you see, it's just you don't understand. It was so important that she die stupidly and for no fucking goddamn built up reason, because at the end, the dragon.
I'm sure I saw her death. I feel like I did.
Hold on.
Like he kills her in front of the dragon, right?
I need people to hear me.
Okay.
The dragon sees Jon Snow in the throne room after he killed its mother. Okay,
and doesn't do anything.
Daenerys says. No, Lord, no. He burns the throne because I'm to believe that the dragon.
Here's more about the symbolism of the throne.
He understands the symbolism of the throne and the metaphor of what the throne represents. So he doesn't
burn Jon Snow.
No, it's important that Jon understands the dragon's psyche in that moment. What the fuck went on there? Anyway, House of the Dragon, phenomenal. So good.
Lots of incest.
God. So good. The incest on Game of Thrones, disgusting. The incest on this show, approved. I don't even care. You're all going to agree with me if you're watching it. I don't give a fuck.
I know that I'm going to agree because I've seen the pictures without like fully comprehending that they're related. So I'll go into it like already shipping it, and then they'll be like, "This is his niece," and I'm going to be like, "Well,
what would you like me to do about
back
that,
then, right?
What would you like me to do about it?" Matt Smith.
I saw he got a haircut because he didn't like the wig.
He is the male gaze. I'm sorry. He's the female gaze. No, he's both gaze. He's all gazes. But particularly like he's the female gaze. Okay, he's like that personified. It's very sexy. I'm very into it. So we will be sorting that next year. Put that on the calendar.
I just want to say
we're going to randomly do the calendar all in like 1 hour. Like
that's what we did last year. At the end of the year, we were like, here's for the entire year. And then Rachel was mad because she like wanted to do stuff randomly over the course of the year. And I was like, we can't. We have the schedule
set. Did I?
Yeah. You were like, I want to do this show. And I was like, well, we can't because we set the calendar based on when things are coming out. I'm here to bring to you live, not you people. You won't hear this live. You'll hear it late. JibCon 11 got postponed again.
A lot of them don't know what the fuck JibCon is.
It's the Cockles Christmas. It's the
Not helping.
it's
Not
the
helping.
supernatural con that happens in Rome every year. And because of the pandemic, the 11th one was postponed and somehow was postponed to after the date of the 12th one. So the 12th one has already happened, but they still have to hold the 11th one. And it was supposed to happen in December, but it was just postponed again. But they are taking money for the 13th one, and people are big pissed.
Wow. That is
because they can't get there's no refunds, so they can't get their money back for the 11th one to pay towards the 13th one. Why don't they schedule the 11th one for the date they're planning the 13th one for and just push the 13th one back a couple months?
Has this been weighing on you heavily today, Lauren?
Yeah, it has. No, I just learned about it, and I want to say that the person who runs that convention is stupid.
Yeah, fuck you, Daniela. Not a friend of the pod. Keep it in. Keep it in.
You're like, I'm never going to Jib. She will
I'm
blacklist
never
you
going
if she
to
hears
Jib.
this.
Give a flying motherfuck. Isolate that and put it on the front of our Twitter page so people can just keep replaying me saying "fucking yeah" over and over again. What a you run something, you run a corporation, you run a show, you run a business. You you can't be a giant fucking asshole all the time. Sorry, you have customers that are giving you their hard-earned money, that are looking forward to the experience. So actually, fuck yourself and don't listen to my podcast. Thanks. That's all I had to say about that.
About Daniela.
That's all I had to say about it. I'd fight her right now. 1v1.
I would too.
1v1. She was at one of my cons once. It was weird. It's weird.
She was,
why
wasn't
there.
she?
Yeah.
Huh.
We've derailed heavily.
We have.
Get back to the sorting of it
Supernatural.
all. Listen, just know if we've met you, we've sorted you. And if you want to know what you are, you can come to us to discuss that because we'd love that. I'd love to tell you about you. It's really fun. Actually, one of my favorite episodes we've ever done was with Connie and Delia when they, it was about
Read
all
your
about
soul?
Enneagram.
Yeah, yeah. When they read your soul. I still want to do
Yes.
the Marauders episode with them. Can they come? Can we
Sure.
do that? Okay.
They
haven't done their show in a while, so
their podcast is The Nerds Are Typing, and it's phenomenal. And they do, they came on
I think what
because
they do is
we
live,
do similar
they
things.
do
It's
Instagram
awesome.
lives now. I think they don't do
Cool.
recorded podcasts. Yeah,
Well, check out the podcast anyway, and then follow them everywhere.
yeah, where
They're
they
fucking
explain
brilliant.
everything.
And it's really interesting hearing their take on personality analysis. So obviously Lauren and I are very passionate about this. We like, it might be the fact that we both have English degrees. We like analyzing shit so much. I don't know. It might
I think
be
it
that.
is. Yeah, and I think we just innately like to understand people in a logical way. We don't want to be abstract about it. Oh, they're like this. No, there's a reason you're like this. I'm going to tell you what it is.
Right. I really enjoy doing that. So if you I would say don't get too attached to the house that you think you are until you talk to us.
Mhm.
Because then you might get really upset that you're not that house. And I there's not a lot I can do for you at that point. But so far so good. No one's been angry at us
That we know of.
that we know of. I hope they wouldn't be. Don't be mad. It'll be okay. You still your astrology sign is fixed as fuck, so you can rely on that.
It is, but does it mean anything?
Yeah. I'm pretty big on astrology. I'm not. I'm big on my own house, on my own star sign. I know everything
Yes.
about Leos. I care about. Oh God, someone's gonna get mad. Whatever. I love all of you, and I care about all of you deeply, and I hope you have great lives. But I love Leos the best. We're the best.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically August Leos. But yeah, I mean, people make that their whole personality. Why can't you make your Hogwarts house your whole personality? It is. I guarantee you it fucking is. You tell me any problem that you have about a situation that you have in life, and I can see how you're approaching it, and I can tell you, well, your Hufflepuff ass shouldn't be looking at it this way. Look at it this way. And I can fix everything for the low cost of $19.99 if you just subscribe. I lost track of what I was doing there. Give me money.
Give me money.
Money me.
Set up that Patreon.
No, I will do it for free forever. If you actually care about my opinion, which why not? Why not? I'm a fun guy. Come chat with me. I want friends. I do. So This is my kindergarten introduction to you all. You want to be my friend? You want to be my friend?
Want to be my friend? You imagine that's how your daughter does it?
You want to be my friend? I'm inspired by her daily. So I really enjoyed doing this. I've enjoyed this experience. What's your favorite episode we've done?
Oh God, I don't know.
I know, the Destiel one.
Oh yeah, well of course. That's like a no-brainer.
Woo!
That's a no-brainer. I could do another one of those.
Me too.
I really
You
could.
fucking do.
We could go season by season. I could talk about how they're Hufflepuff Gryffindor.
Bitch,
in
that was
a single
my
season.
fucking idea.
Was
that
it?
was my fucking idea,
I don't
and you made
remember
fun
that.
of me. You mocked me
I don't
mercilessly.
remember that at all.
Oh,
Listen, let's
what
get
are
a
you,
Patreon,
Rachel?
and then if people pay for the Patreon, that'll be the exclusive. We'll go through season by season, starting in season 4, and we'll talk
Do it.
about all of the moments where they're disgustingly Hufflepuff Gryffindor.
Do it. I want it. Yeah, I could talk about that for
No,
fucking
for real.
ever.
If you are listening to this and you want that, and you will do Patreon for it, tell us, because it's not like, like we're not going to say no. So,
No,
but you
I'm
have
not
to
saying-
tell us that you want it because we're lazy people. We're not just going to do something.
But we're also
Besides
sluts. We'll
this
do it.
podcast, we're just not going to do something.
Right. I enjoyed the Destiel episode. Like, if you're a Supernatural fan, which God help you if you aren't and you're listening to this, I'm so sorry. Our first episode, I really enjoy. Weirdly, like the audio's not what it is now.
Oh, the Sam and Dean episode? Yeah.
Yeah, I really loved the Sam and Dean episode. If you listen to the Jack and Cass one, it's our first fight
Jack
on
is
air.
the only character that we haven't officially sorted.
Yep.
Only one.
Yep.
'Cause
Eventually
we
we
couldn't
will.
consensus.
We'll do a redo all about Jack Klein.
I am not changing my answer.
I'm not sold, bitch, but we'll see. I also really liked the Doctor Who episodes. Really
Yeah, of
enjoyed
course
doing
you
those.
did.
What?
Of course you did. You love Doctor Who.
I'm saying I'm talking about my favorite episodes that we've done. I'm taking
okay.
a stroll through memory
I
lane.
like the Always Sunny episode
Hell yeah!
and the Community episode where we
Ah.
literally just quoted each other.
Yes.
Like,
Well, there were
couldn't-
2 community episodes and they were
couldn't-
both excellent.
Well, I liked the first one the best. We couldn't think of fucking Todd's name, where we hired a research department.
Fucking Todd. And he's Schmidt's friend on New
Jen
Girl.
has
and he's
been
a
on the
bitch.
show.
Jen!
Yes.
Yeah, Jen!
I knew we were forgetting people.
We're forgetting a Hufflepuff. Poor Hufflepuffs.
Yeah.
Now
Because we
that,
have so many Hufflepuffs.
that is a friend of the pod that's a great example of a Hufflepuff who scares shit out of me sometimes with their big ass fucking brain. Because wow, she's like a analysis machine.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. But a real treat to talk to her about Community and Mythic Quest. Really, really, like, so intimidated still. Like, it's like one of those people where I'm like, you came on. Oh my God, hi.
Right? Her podcast is successful.
Yeah, I know. But it's because of the way that she fucking talks about the things that she loves. Like, we're out here like, this fucking Ravenclaw idiot is a dumbass.
She's like, yeah, rated explicit because we can't censor ourselves.
Yeah. I won't do it.
No, I won't either.
I won't do it.
It won't be fun anymore.
No. You're going to tell me I can't drop the odd F-bomb when I'm talking about a dumbass Gryffindor. Come on. I can't do it. It can't be done. Can't be done. But yeah, really thankful to have had like that's one of those where I was like, holy shit, podcasting is a serious thing. Like,
People
because
do
her
this
podcast is
successfully.
wonderful.
Yep.
And really fucking smart. And it made me want to be better at it. And then me and Lauren just continued to like shoot the shit without outlines and drafts and whatever.
True. Exactly like this episode.
Yeah, but it go like
Which,
it's our brand.
we could be wrapping up soon because we've gone about an hour saying absolutely nothing.
I think we've said quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. I think the people have learned.
Yeah. I mean, what I really want you to take from it is if you ever listen to us and you've like ever wanted to reach out just to talk, be friends, have a question, or want to be a guest, you absolutely should fucking
This
do it.
is, in school when you have to write argumentative essays, and so your closing paragraph is like, so to sum it all up, this is what I said listed in the last 3 paragraphs, this, and this, and
Yeah.
that's why this is my argument. You just did the closing paragraph, but you didn't have any supporting paragraphs. You literally didn't say that anywhere over the course of this.
I'm not.
You just brought it up. So the thing I really want you to take away from this podcast that I haven't said yet is
As
that
a matter of fact, bitch, I have said multiple times throughout this episode that you can reach out and that you should make friends with me like we're in kindergarten and all those things. But I want you to take away from it at this present moment. If you come out of it like, oh, these fucking idiots. Like, even if you want to come and tell me I'm an idiot, like, reach out.
Like that guy that doesn't think Steve Rogers is Slytherin.
That motherfucker's still on my list.
Not because he doesn't agree with us. It's because of the way.
It's the way he did it. It's the way he fucking did it. Yeah. Don't do that. I won't be your friend. In fact, I'll be your enemy.
Then I won't be your friend.
We will be mortal enemies. Yeah, it would be like our pleasure to have you on the show to talk about things that you're passionate about.
Yeah. We haven't had a guest in a while. We love having guests.
Yeah, if you can't tell, like,
in a while.
It's like our favorite, like one of our favorite things to do is to listen to someone else talk passionately about something and then have it as an excuse to talk about the thing we're passionate about.
I enjoy only seeing 2 or 3 episodes and being like, what the fuck is it? Who are these people?
Dude, I gotta tell you, we fucking nailed Outlander.
I know we did.
Because
I didn't need George to watch it to tell me that. Did he sort them correctly?
Oh my God, what a Slytherin fucking response that was. I know, but what I'm saying is I'm giving us props.
Did he sort them correctly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
None of them are Hufflepuffs. So he's had no problem.
I mean, Haley had that Slytherin Ravenclaw issue with Claire, so.
I know. But she has a Gryffindor problem.
And Meg really wants Jamie to be a Hufflepuff.
Well, she has a Hufflepuff problem. Most people got a blind spot. They got a house that's hard to relate to or, suss out. Because what you want to do at first is like, you love a character, you want to try to relate to them or see parts of yourself in them. And
yeah,
sometimes when you can't, you're like, what are you? What the fuck? Like, what is this? But I think that's why our podcast and our sorting philosophy is so awesome. It's a great way to understand the characters that you love better and the people in your life. Because I promise you, once you listen to a few episodes, you're gonna be like, oh God, my mom is definitely a bitch ass Slytherin, and it's gonna help you. It's gonna fucking help you. And on the Patreon, we will offer.
I still don't have my parents sorted.
Write-ins.
They're kind of like ambiguously. I have my dad between 2 houses. My mother, I have no. She's like on a different plane. I don't.
Your mom. I'm not even gonna say.
No,
I'm not even gonna say. You should sort your own.
You don't know?
Oh, no, okay. I have a feeling, but you should sort.
I want
your
you
own
to
parents.
tell me. I invited it when I mentioned it.
It's all right.
She's gonna be so offended when she listens to this episode. You won't.
All right, I think she might be Ravenclaw.
Interesting.
That's all I'm gonna say about
it. Okay. She took the test and she got Slytherin, and I said you 100% took it wrong because I know you're not that. So
yeah, no, she's not. No.
No.
But I think she's more logical than emotional, like house-wise.
My mother's very emotional.
I don't know another house that would go to Misha Collins' book signing for their daughter that's in another fucking state that just to observe and try to understand and assess the man. So that's all I'm saying.
That's not what she was doing. That's not what she was doing. She was trying to connect with me on an emotional level. No. She didn't want to observe him. She wanted to be like, why does Lauren like this? But not in a
collecting information to do that.
Yeah, but not. No, that's not. She was like, she wanted to feel closer to me. Like she was doing it emotionally, not.
But like a Hufflepuff or a Gryffindor would simply do other things. Like I feel like it was a very Ravenclaw thing.
No, that's how she knew how to do it. Like that's why she came to the convention too.
I stand.
All right. Well, you've convinced me now that I think she's a Hufflepuff.
All right.
And then that means my dad's a Slytherin.
I don't know anything about her except what you told me.
I sorted your family.
Lauren, my family's the easiest to fucking tell. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, you say that, but you didn't want it.
I don't want them. I don't want them in my house.
I told you they were Gryffindors the first time and you said no.
I don't want it. I don't want it. God, I don't want it. But, they made me the really well-adjusted and, like, healthy person that I am today. So, of course they're Gryffindors, Great track records raising children. Anyway.
Oh.
Huh?
Sorry. Just another thing that happened.
Oh, Lord. All right. We're done talking your ears off about completely random things. But we felt that we, we deserved a nice, relaxed episode where we just got to talk to each other and have it on the internet forever. So that when
it'll never be deleted.
When I die early from doing something stupid in life, Lauren can replay this specific one. And she'll hear my loving voice tell her, "What's up, bitch?" And, she'll listen to it at night. And,
when Rachel dies before me, inevitably.
I'll
listen back on this.
Of course that's going to happen. Good luck in a world without me. But yeah, so this has been really fun for me personally. I love just getting to fucking talk. So thank you. Next week, no, not next week. Goddamn dumbass. In 2 weeks,
call yourself a dumb cunt. Yeah. I saw it coming. You and dumbass.
Some
I wouldn't say it only for
others.
Lauren to say it. It's not the boys' episode, so we can't just be throwing that word around.
I know, right? So I do be throwing it around in real life a lot. In 2 weeks, we are entering spooky season, and
Tim Burton has let us down. And Tim Burton has let us down. We will not be sorting Wednesday because who the fuck knows when that's coming out?
Yeah,
this coming fall.
So
apparently.
Instead, we'll be doing the OGs, which are the
Pubert. 100% will be the title character.
What is this with you and What is this? What is this? Because I'm shocked you even seen the movies. You don't talk to me about them.
I've never seen the movie. I know about Pubert though.
How and why? No, save it. 2 weeks from now, I'll understand the mystery.
It's so stupid.
What?
So stupid.
All right, real quick. What's the reason?
No, it's a whole story. I'll say
all right. Fucking she keeps throwing this name at me, and I'm like, He's not even in the first one.
I know, because he's their child, right? Like he's the baby that's born. Yeah. Yeah.
He looked like Mia when Mia was born, so I drew a mustache on him once. And all right. Well,
and then Aaron's going to be on the show to do AHS, and I'm going to hate it.
Shit.
I'm going to hate it.
Spooky shit. I can't wait to rewatch some of that fucking shit. There's so much American Horror Story that I have missed that I'd love.
It's going to be one episode from like 3 separate seasons.
That show is not for you, Lauren.
I know. I've tried to watch it. I tried to watch the witch one. I like witches. And I've seen some of the first season.
Yeah, it's really not. Like, it's.
Yeah, I know. It's disgusting.
It's deeply disturbing.
Yes.
Deeply.
But not in a thriller way. I like thriller shit. Like, I really like Big Sky.
No, this is just trying to crawl into your brain and really fuck with you just for the sake of fucking with you.
What is wrong with Ryan Murphy? He just did the serial killer.
Yeah.
What?
And
also, I heard
Jeffrey
bad
Dahmer.
things about that set.
What do you mean, really?
Yeah. Like, I saw this one woman on Twitter that said she was the only black woman on set along with another person, and they kept calling her by the name of the other person.
Ew.
Yeah, and she said it was a really bad environment, and like knowing how she was treated, she can't even imagine how the black woman lead was treated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk to Erin about it and see if she knows anything about that. I don't know. I see a lot of the cast returning and over and over and fucking over. So I always thought it was like a nice place to work, even though they're doing deeply fucked up things. But yeah, it's. I haven't watched it in a long time because it was starting to fuck with me in a weird way. As these things do. Like, sometimes I listen to serial killer podcasts and true crime coverage for too long, and I start getting like weird thoughts and weird dreams. And like, you can't just continuously imbibe that. I have sorted the killers though, to bring it back. Because if you're listening to a podcast where
I have sorted these real life serial killers.
Sometimes you have to. I've sorted lots of horrible people, but more good ones. Okay, so that should be the takeaway of this episode. We love good people to sort. A+ on that paper, Rachel, with that fucking last line. That's my closing line. I like good people. Good people make me feel nice. You like that? A+.
I do. Good for you.
Fucking plus. All right, well, I'm gonna go. So, thanks.
I'm leaving. If Lauren stays, that's her business.
Lauren, just like,
if you made it to the end of this when we talked about absolutely fucking nothing, you're a real one. Obviously, you want to be our friend. Like, you're obsessed with us. So why don't you contact us and rate us 5 stars?
I actually really fucking love it. I'm like desperate for it at this point. Like, I want to talk to people. So please reach out.
I know. I want you to be a guest on the show. Like, write in and be like, I like this fucking TV show and I want to talk about it. We would love that. We'd be so all over that.
I know. We actually just did that for another podcast. Like, we went on and talked. It was a way different like format than ours. But someone reached out.
That didn't come out. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway,
because I never heard it.
Yeah, if you ever want us on yours, but like
we should have released that. That'll be released on our Patreon if we ever.
Yeah, right. Guys, it was really fucked up, that one, because I was having severe allergic reactions to like pollen and mold. And I was like choke coughing while recording it, and I'd have to keep pausing the recording. And Lauren was just watching me wheeze as like my eyes bled and I was choking and dying. But still, we had a pretty good conversation, even despite that. So, behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. Thanks for listening for 50 fucking episodes, or 10, or even just this one.
Right? If this is your first time finding us and you're like, man, these bitches are funny.
Yeah.
You know, go back and listen to something else where we actually sort something.
Yeah, we know what we're talking about, okay? Because, like, we made the whole thing up, so it's ours. See you later.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Sort of Brilliant. If our sorting choices inspired any rage or excitement, we'd love to hear from you. We're open to feedback, suggestions for characters to sort, and solid counter-arguments with citations.
Never forget your citations. You can find us hanging out on Twitter and Instagram at SOB_pod, or shoot us an email at sortofbrilliant@gmail.com.
And since we're not above begging, please rate and subscribe to Sort of Brilliant on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever else you listen to podcasts. Please share our posts on social media. And if you're a Gryffindor, maybe you'll inspire sorting fights among your own friend group.
The theme music is Hot Shot by Scott Holmes. Can't wait to sort with you again next time. Bye!